This game is beautiful. From the lush jungle you start in to the lava caves and desert wastelands, each of the 4 planets is filled with a feast for your eyes. But does the gameplay actually back it up? Quick thank you to the publisher for providing us a review key. Welcome to Revenge of the Savage Planet, an action-adventure game focused on exploration and humor tied together with a metroidvania bow. You are a space explorer who, after hundreds of years in stasis, has crashed onto an uninhabited planet. Your job was to find out if this planet is fit for human life, but upon making your way to your habitat, you find out that you have been let go. All due to a company acquisition that kicks off the main 3 plot points of the game. Your goals are as follows. Collect the gear that has been scattered throughout the star system and make your way home. Get revenge on your former employer, and discover who has been leaving you mysterious missions and messages. This game features an upgrade-based progression system mixed with metroidvania elements. As you explore, you'll come across many obstacles that you will not immediately be able to overcome. However, collecting your gear and using the 3D printer to upgrade it will allow you to navigate back to some of these areas with the ability to push past them. Upgrading your gear requires 2 things. First, you'll need to complete a quest to unlock the blueprint for your 3D printer. Then you'll need materials gathered from around the planets. There are 3 precious rocks that drop these elements, and the aliens you defeat will also give you a little. Some of your upgrades involve weapons, from your blaster to your water gun, and eventually the ability to spew lava from your goo gun. But many also revolve around the traversal mechanics. You'll start off with basic running and jumping, but eventually unlock double, then triple jumps, a grappling hook, and the ability to grind on light rails. You can also unlock a paraglider and the ability to grapple twice onto your little robot companion in mid-air. So by the end of the game, you can get basically anywhere you want. Curiosity and exploration are a huge part of the game. This is an open zone game. You'll have to unlock new planets to visit, but you can explore those planets when you have them as much as you want. Of course, you'll also run into some things that you can't quite get past because you need a specific ability or upgrade. Not only are there plenty of supply crates and orange goop eggs to upgrade your stamina and health, scattered heavily throughout the world and locked behind various upgrades and puzzles, but every different item and creature is scannable. While they are not all important, it is cool that you can see what everything is and that it all has a name and a description. Some of it is amusing, most is unimportant, but others will also provide you with vital information. There are a lot of different creatures in the game, with some commonly repeating ones. A few are passive until provoked, while others instantly aggro on you. Simply shooting them will suffice sometimes, but others may require you to find their weak spot. This will allow you to capture them with your proton whip and bring them back to your habitat to pet and love. But you'll also need your computer to study them to unlock some upgrades. The combat is pretty simple. You have a gun that shoots lasers, but some creatures are immune, so you might have to use your water to blast them. Or if they are particularly annoying, hitting them with a blast of lava was my go-to. But you can also shock them or throw magnetic rocks at them. However, at a certain point, I also just started running by them without bothering. There is some base customization. I personally never really did this. It's just not my type of thing, and I feel like there are other games that specify in this that probably do it better, but you can find money scattered in the world and use it to purchase a large assortment of different items to decorate your habitat with. Some of which are actually interactable, which I did not catch on to at first. There are plenty of main and side quests to keep you busy, and even a couple of big boss fights. It's not a particularly challenging game. We did die a few times here and there, but you can immediately respawn, though you do have to go collect your materials when you die. I played the game with several different people, having them hop in without a tutorial, and they grasped on fairly quickly. Occasionally I'd have to explain little things like, oh, that electric mushroom is something that you need to use this item with, because they didn't know all of the nuances from playing through the whole story. The co-op is here just to have fun playing together. There's nothing specifically to do together, and you both get to roam freely through the world, as long as you're on the same planet. You could each focus on different quests or work together on the same one. There's not really a lot of interaction between players except for friendly fire. So you can kill each other or kick each other off cliffs. But you can also revive one another within 30 seconds of getting knocked out. Your upgrades are shared, so characters will play exactly the same, but you can customize your outfit. There are tons of spacesuits scattered throughout the world, and you can even change the color palette. It is pretty in-depth, and there are some cool suits, including a Dave the Diver skin. You can play together online or in split screen. The co-op works really well, aside from the fact that there is a lot to see in this world, so having your view cut in half in split screen is a little tough. The player on the left side also occasionally gets some big pop-ups that could be annoying, but I did learn to live with them after playing for a while. It's not drop-in co-op, so you will have to restart every time a player leaves or joins. Humor is scattered through every little piece of this game. From its highly amusing running animation, to funny notes on different items you scan, amusing voice lines, and of course, there are the interesting creatures and environments, like the butt-faced baboons that spray liquid fire out of their, mouths. Or the eggplants. I'll let you find those yourself. As part of the story, you will often watch recordings of real people that are very strange. Also, every time you enter your habitat, one of many crazy commercials will play. I never spent much time watching them myself, but there is definitely some goofy things that I overheard in the background. You can really tell that a lot of love went into making this game feel charming. When you defeat enemies, they explode into piles of green goo or lava, or they electrocute the area around them. The comments from your robot friend and the fun animations when you respawn all bring a lighthearted and joyful feeling to the game. The music and sound are also fantastic, and the game is just a pleasure to play. Our journey was relatively glitch-free. I think there were a couple of times that we got stuck on a breakable object that we tried to jump on. We also got a big error stuck on our screen that we could not get rid of without restarting, and there was this crazy guy who kicked me across the map and I couldn't stop moving until I hit a mountain, and then I could just keep playing like normal. I have 16 hours on my save file to beat the main story, but there are still a ton of collectibles scattered throughout, and a lot of unnecessary but cool upgrades that I didn't get around to because I took too long to complete the quests to unlock them. But I still want to go back and play more. This was either a completionist dream or a nightmare. There are hundreds of things to scan, tons of aliens to gather, and collectibles scattered everywhere. I had a lot of fun playing Revenge of the Savage Planet. It's fun to explore and to find little hidden secrets. It feels almost like a mix of Breath of the Wild and Ratchet and Clank. I think this game is an 8.5. It really sucked me in and had me exploring the world and enjoying the gameplay. If you want to play some other cooperative adventure games, check out this playlist right here. We would love to recommend some to you, and they're in this playlist. I cannot wait to see you over there. We love you guys. Y'all are awesome.